where we're going. All right. Welcome, wonderful people of the interweb, to another episode of Papa G's House. I have my good friend sitting with me, Mr. Mike Pocock. How are you, brother?
Good and you, bro?
Fucking rad, dude.
Awesome.
It's good to see you.
Been about, what, 2 years?
2 years.
2 years, yeah. Since we actually,
Nuts,
we speak occasionally, but
yeah. But
2 years, yeah.
It's also a geographical location issues.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, dude. But it's really cool to see you, and thanks so much for coming through to chat with me.
No,
on the
anytime.
podcast,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, 100%. What people don't know, or might not know, is that you and I have actually known each other in excess of 20 years.
Definitely, yeah, bro.
Started off playing rugby against each other in high school.
Ronda Bosch, sax.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's been quite a journey, and who would have thought we'd land up doing this?
No, 100%,
then.
dude.
So,
Exactly. Another fun fact is that this lovely man over here was the first bass player for Atlantic South.
Yeah, I mean,
many moons ago, bro.
Yeah, many moons in the infant stages of the band. I mean, it was yourself, Hobbs, Alex, and myself.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
it.
we rehearsed with
Nick Ricks.
Nick Ricks,
Yeah.
on vocals at Kill City, which was quite a bit of fun. And then then life happened.
Then life happened. Then you buggered off to Joburg and left all of us here.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
But so a musician turned promoter.
I'm not happy. You're
not happy with the word promoter.
I don't like
Why?
the word promoter because it has such dodgy connotations to it. I'm a guy who likes to put on fun music shows for people that shows that I think people would enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I like to call myself.
For sure.
It is pretty much doing a promoter's job at the end of the day, but
But more doing it on like a fun level.
Yeah, it's a passion project.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I've got my full-time job,
Sure.
but it's a passion project, and which has just become something that is getting a lot bigger than I intended it to be. So yeah.
Yeah. So tell me. I mean, obviously, we've got a full episode. We've got announcements.
Yes, yeah. There's a big announcement coming on this episode, which you're hearing it here for the first time, media-wise.
That's huge, dude. Thank you so much
dude,
for coming on here and coming to tell everybody about it. Whoever listens, you're gonna hear something very cool today.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's also my first day mission.
Yes, yeah, because I mean, I flew in. And
You came straight from the airport. That's a second on this podcast.
Yeah, I came straight from the
Marcus
airport.
from Half Price come straight from London.
Yeah. So I came straight from Joburg, so it's not as impressive as London. But it's so I came straight through here, and I mean, I love the podcast. I love what you're doing. I think it's something new and unique, and our scene, the music industry, actually needs it.
Sure.
And I know how much passion you have for what you do, and I can say on behalf of everybody who's watching this, thank you for doing it. Thank you.
Shut, dude.
About
Thanks
bloody
a lot,
time.
That's awesome. But I want to know, because obviously we're in a situation where you were in Cape Town, then you went over to Joburg, and then you actually started playing for a band called State Society.
Yeah.
So tell me about that, and then also I want you to tell us how the Brochella vibe came about as well.
Because that's quite a funny story. Okay, well, I mean, I was in Joburg, and then I came back to Cape Town for work, and then that's when you and I hooked up, and that's when Atlantic South started, coming into fruition, the early stages.
Yeah, that was like more than a year before we even played a show.
And then obviously I got into a big car accident and I couldn't play with you guys anymore due to like physical ailments, which luckily is all fine.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I moved back to Joburg because I got a really great job offer there.
Yes.
And so, and then I landed up playing for a band called State Society, which was complete opposite of like Atlantic South, which is more like a pop rock band. And I feel like I joined the band at the right time when they had like a semi-established fan base type of vibe, and I joined them on bass. And I think from my experience from working in the music industry before that, we kind of jumped a little bit higher than what we were prepared for. Look, it was great fun. The band is not going anymore, purely because of the members' personal lives
and availability, and life takes over.
And life took over. And look, it was good fun. We jammed two Oppie copies. We played at Strab in Mozambique. We played.
You guys actually had some pretty rad shows. You even played. Didn't you guys play on top of like a caravan?
Yeah, we played. We played on top of a combi at Oppie Kopi,
Yeah.
which is actually Conrad from Strab's little thing he does there, and he's super awesome. He's always been a major supporter of the man. I mean, do you know what my biggest regret was? We played everywhere in the country except Cape Town. Like, which to me...
Yeah, you and I were actually talking about a possibility of you guys coming down.
Yeah, I remember for one of your Build Your Scene shows.
Yes, I think it was a Build Your Scene show, yeah.
We were talking about it, but it just comes down to member availability. I mean, put it this way, our drummer worked in, like, Sasolburg.
Petrie, yeah?
Yeah, Petrie.
Yeah.
He works in Sasolburg, and he worked night shifts over weekends, and... I mean, we can't take, and he had a family as well he had to provide for, so, I mean, we couldn't ask him to, like, take, like, a week leave and not get paid for it.
100%.
So... I think that was one of the, I don't want to say frustrations, but limitations that we had as a band. And I think, we ended it off on a high. One of our last shows was cranked up last year with Memphis Mayfire and Interval. So, I mean, we got around. And,
for sure. But you guys also, the cool thing about you guys is that because you weren't of the heavy... persuasion,
not by any,
that
by
you guys
any
got
means.
some pretty cool shows though. You played amphitheaters, you played really big venues and all that kind of stuff.
We played at, I mean, one of my most favorite shows we ever did was at a barnyard theater where we had like a ballet dancers choreographed to our songs, which was incredible. I mean, it was just something completely different. I mean, you have to go in there and do dress rehearsals. You have to go and it took a lot of time and effort, but we definitely had a lot of great opportunities, but we were also accessible to the heavier market. For some reason, I mean, we played together Atlantic South and State Society.
Dude, we played at Mystic Boer in Bloemfontein.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I mean, we were the most non-metal band on that lineup. And the funniest thing I remember about playing the metal shows with Stateside, because the funny thing
we have to go back to that Mystic show. Though,
oh yeah, of course.
But we'll get there.
but my favorite memory of playing metal shows with State Society was, look, I'm a metal guy. Justin, our keyboardist, was a metal guy, and our drummer, Petrie, was a metal guy. Mashant and Cliff, they liked it, but they weren't, heavily into it.
Well, Justin played before Metallica at F&B Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, Justin was the bassist for Chromium that played, that supported Metallica. So, I mean, yeah.
It's so weird how that all works out, because I remember I went to, it was a Ramfest. I think it was the one where, who played
Bring Me the Horizon?
It was Bring Me the Horizon, Rise Against, and Pendulum DJ set. Remember
yes,
that?
I remember that.
I remember seeing Chromium for the first time, and I got introduced to them via you.
Yeah.
Just to think that I met Justin and I met other Justin.
Yeah, Justin Dupree. Yeah.
And then he's in State Society.
I know, right? It's bizarre.
Like a rock band. It's like two complete...
Look, Justin is one of the most versatile musicians I've ever met in my life. And
he's a teacher as well, isn't he?
That's what he does. So he is a music teacher, so he teaches piano, bass, guitar, whatever. So yeah, I mean, we were metal guys, and my favorite thing about playing these metal shows was a lot of these. We used to get booked on with these resurrection of fetal remains and like these heavy bands. And then we come along, we play, and my favorite part is having all the band members' girlfriends in the front, and then all the band members sitting at the back going, "Impress me, bro, impress me." So, it was always good fun, and I love playing metal shows because I got to watch all my friends' bands as well.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah,
no, definitely, dude. Yeah. But you did end up on a lot of metal bills, hey?
We did, and I can't. We used to get asked to be on them. I think it was just to bring some variety.
Okay.
I mean, if you listen to our music, we sound like the Parlotones B-sides,
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, I think are you selling yourself a little bit short there? Because you guys were actually cool and good fun, and Cliff really got the crowd going. So did you, dude. You're one of the most animated bass players I've ever seen.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean,
you've got that thing in the air.
I do miss playing, but maybe one day.
Yeah, you will. You'll play again, dude,
one
for
day.
sure.
Yeah.
But it was a really good time. I want to go back to that Mystic show, man, because that was not only our first out of town show,
Yeah.
but it was also the first time you had seen us play live.
Exactly.
And I remember we've got videos of you going like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
That promo video you guys released after that tour, like, yeah, I'm right in front there, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was good fun.
Yeah.
But we got to shout out a lot of people. Bux.
Yes.
Dear old Bux. Pedro for hosting us. He hosted more than just one band as well.
I mean, Pedro was like the mastermind of like Blum shows. If you ever needed a show in Blum, you speak to Pedro. He will make it happen. Yeah. Etienne as well.
Yes.
Because Etienne was like kind of running Mystic Boot back then as well. He made sure the show happened.
Hope is for Heroes, if you don't know.
You know, they're in Joburg now.
Yes, I do know that.
So I'm just hoping they get up and going. Like,
yeah, dude. I mean, they played Cranked Up last year. 2 years ago. Yeah. I mean, they were one of the bands that really made me happy. You know, when you get that incredible happy feeling when a band's on stage.
I've never heard a heavy band sound so heavy without a bassist.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember they played without a bassist for a little bit.
For the majority, and then they got a bassist for Cranked Up.
Yes, yeah, but before that they didn't have a bassist, and they were heavy as fuck.
Yeah, no, dude, they were. Yeah, no. But they've got such a cool vibe about them as well. I mean, Mornay and Vanna.
Yeah,
they just like bounce, bounce, and then you got
and
then
who,
at the back.
And then who didn't wear shoes on stage?
Mornay.
Yeah, Mornay.
Mornay was always barefoot. Yeah. Mornay, Braikor, Swanepoel. Yeah, it was good. It was
Shout
good
out
fun.
to those guys.
Yeah,
they're
dude,
awesome.
Totally. We had such a good night, actually. I remember we were closing one of the clubs down afterwards. It was you, like, me,
Cliff.
Was
it with the Only Forever guys as well?
And the Only Forever. I think it was the Only. Yes, Jay and
Jay, Nick, and Fern.
Just but you're talking about like 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I remember. I remember.
But it was a slam dunk of a show.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean that's one thing that I'll say is that some of our favorite shows were in Blum, and it was always, we felt so welcome there, and these 5 dudes out of Joburg who didn't really know where they were. They made us feel so welcome. And
imagine how we felt from Cape Town.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and
so
everyone was so accommodating and everything. And I mean, shout out to Mystic Boer Bloem. I don't know what they're doing nowadays. I haven't seen anything going on there. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also, you got to consider guys like Pedro, because you said, if you want to organize a show in Bloem, talk to Pedro. His wife was like 8 or 9 months pregnant at the time, remember?
Oh, yes.
And he had like 9 people at his house, and she was so chilled.
Yeah.
And
I remember they made us coffee.
Like, I tell you what,
food.
if I was 8 months pregnant, I wouldn't want like 9 like crazy metalheads roaming around a house at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
But anyway, shout out to Pedro, shout out to Chantal.
Thanks, dude,
as well
for everything.
Yeah, I mean that was 2015.
Yes, that sounds correct.
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago, and then we went back to Bloem 2016.
Yes,
for the Southern Invasion tour with the same band.
That tour. Yeah, well, I mean, State Society wasn't on that show. We played one of the shows.
You played the Rumor show.
Yeah, the Rumor show, and that was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yes, dude. I remember. I think Rumors was our last stop.
Yeah, it was.
And we were bushed.
No, I can imagine.
Everyone was just like...
It was you and Bloem, with Dawn.
It was us with Dawn. And
all for Hopes for Heroes.
All Hopes for Heroes. And then the final night was those bands, plus State Society, Scarlet,
and Manners Machine.
Manners Machine. Yo! Manners Machine,
what
dude.
What a band, dude.
Holy
They're making a comeback, eh?
Is it?
Because Rob, the singer, he went overseas for about a year or so. Mm. And he's back now, so they are like writing, re-recording, and I can't wait for them to come back on the scene. Like the local rock scene has missed them big time. Yeah. So yeah, they definitely one to keep a lookout for.
Yeah, I think also the reason why I've been able to stay in touch with the local Joburg scene is probably through you.
Well, I mean,
because you're always like, oh, check out these guys, Dirty Moonshine. Check out these dudes. Yeah. These guys are awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dirty Moonshine just released. They just released their latest album, but they just did a massive launch at Rumors, which was awesome. And no, definitely they are killing it.
No, I can easily say that I would say that Mike's Papa G's house Joburg correspondent.
Yes, I'll be your Joburg correspondent.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm meeting. Well, this will come after my session with the Demorth guys.
Yeah.
And you put me in touch with them, and I felt like I was sleeping under a rock.
Dude, but also I don't know where these guys came from. They were
just
they just popped out of nowhere, and I went to a show, and these guys, two dudes, just got on stage and just destroyed everything in their path. No, so I mean, definitely, whoever's listening to us, like, you know, after this podcast, not now, like afterwards. Watch everything. They
definitely.
Go check out Demorth. They are
but
great.
by this time, you would have probably checked my episode with them.
If you hadn't checked that, then go check it afterwards.
For sure. I'm covering them extensively, so it's
Awesome.
going to be a cool experience. But let's just explain the reason why we are doing this for the 14th of July. I mean, 14th of
August.
Where are we, bro? August.
I feel like we're in November, but we're in August.
14th
Yeah,
of
we're in
August.
August. Yeah.
And we're not gonna go into the detail about it now.
No. We won't go into details, but
the reason why we're doing this is because of the announcement. We can't release this episode before
the 14th of August.
because then Papa G will get in a lot of trouble.
Hell of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and so
Not
will
with
you.
me, with other people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's very cool. But then Brochella, that's something. Obviously, we got our Brochella caps. I got my Brochella cap on. You got your Brochella
Shameless self-promotion.
Hey man,
I'm
you gotta
so
do it.
sorry.
You got to do it, and they actually are quality.
Well, yeah, we got the guys from New Hope Clothing involved in it.
Over here, New Hope Clothing.
Basically, these guys have been doing merch for The Narrow, Crash Car Burn, I Believe in Giants, and Held On Till May. They have their own clothing line as well. Go check them out on www.new-hope-clothing.com.
Nice.
No, they got great stuff, and Jean, who runs it, is an amazing dude, and he's come on board for the next the 21 September Brochella show, which I was very, very stoked about him wanting to be a part of it. So
Okay, let's talk about the Brochella situation. What shows have you done? Because obviously, when we were off camera, we were speaking about how the Brochella idea came about.
Yeah.
And because I said you're the brainchild behind it, the mastermind behind it. So how did the Brochella come all about? And what shows have you done up till now? And then we're gonna deal with your show coming up.
So, I mean, the way that the idea came about was we were sitting at Rumors. And I'm saying Rumors a lot because that's like kind of like the home of Brochella, Rumors Rock City in Joburg, and we were sitting there, and it was still when State Society was going, and we were sitting there, and we were like, "Oh, we haven't been booked for any Easter festivals," and this was January last year, and then they sitting there, and we're like, and I was saying to the guys, like, listen, we're not going to get booked. If we haven't been booked now, we're not going to get booked. So don't bank on it. Like, don't take leave, okay? Like, we'll think of something. And then Fred from Rumors, who's the owner, he said to us, like, why don't you guys, he's like, I've got Easter Saturday open. Why don't you guys just do your own thing here? I thought, we will. We'll take the dates, but let's like do it something like bigger. Let's do something like quite fun and everything. And he's like, well, just create like a mini festival vibe or like mini, like I hate using the word festival for an indoor vibe as well, but pretty much is what it was. And then as the beer started flowing, I was like, we should come up with like really stupid names for this because it's like that'll get some type of attention. And like the names I came up with on the night were Disco Fuck Yourself and then like the Colossal Fist Fuck Fest and like no, we were like, no, that won't fly. And then I never forget, I turned to, I can't remember who, I think it was Mashant or somebody. Yeah. And I said, what about Brochella? Because Coachella, everyone was talking about Coachella at the time. And I'm like, you know what? Why is everyone in South Africa talking about a festival that they definitely cannot go to? So let's just rip it off and call it Brochella.
Yeah. I thought it's brilliant, dude.
And then everyone was like laughing and ha, this and that. I think like 2 days later, Mashant messages me and he's like, are we going to do this? And I was like, Yeah, why not? He's like, cool, I've already designed a logo.
And is that the logo that we're seeing right now?
This logo that you see,
it's perfect, dude.
Is the logo, which is actually a complete rip-off of the Coachella logo.
No, that's why I think it's so good.
And
you haven't gotten any hot water for it or anything like that, eh?
Oh, no. So, no, we haven't. Like, we've actually registered the name.
Okay.
So it's we're safe.
No, but some people can be really finicky about fonts and all that stuff.
No, not at all. Apparently, this font is a free to use one. Okay. So
well done.
Yeah, lucky more than well done.
Exactly.
But so we got talking and trying to think of like a concept behind it. And the funny thing is that when I started Brochella, I did not want to do metal or alternative. I did not want to go there because there was enough of it already.
Yeah.
There was enough guys doing metal festivals, metal days, getting metal bands and all that. And I love metal.
Do you really feel that way? Like there were a lot of people doing it.
A hell of a lot.
Like there's the sorry to I don't mean to
no,
interrupt
that's
you.
cool.
Like the general consensus, what I see is that there's not enough of it.
Well, okay, remember that this is January last year.
Okay.
Like this is like the first half last year.
Okay, maybe Joburg and Cape Town are completely
this
different
is the thing.
as well.
Like, remember, we're speaking in Joburg terms, and there was a metal festival at Rumors every weekend, you know.
Okay.
And I was like, let's just give something different. And also, obviously, because I wanted to put my own band on there, and yes, I'm going to be completely biased and say like this was a state society thing.
Yes.
Obviously, we're going to play it. But nobody knew what it was then, so nobody would be like, "Oh, favoritism and all this crap, whatever." And so, I mean, we just went ahead, and we basically, the way I call the first one, I call it like it's all the Easter Fest rejects. The guys who didn't get on any Easter festivals played this one, but the lineup was fucking sick. Like
so you kind of parodied the whole situation.
Yeah, no,
parodied.
Much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there were so many good bands that didn't get booked on your Easter festivals, which I think should have got booked. Like, when I inquired and they said they're available, I was like quite surprised. I was like, okay. So, I mean, that first one, we had Lone Hill Estate, Jasper Dan played, I Am.
I haven't heard I Am before, but I've heard a lot about them.
I Am are great. They actually just did a show with Goldfish.
Oh, wow.
Like,
okay.
I mean, it's like a pop rock band doing a show with Goldfish. So I mean, and we had a great lineup then. And look, I'm the first guy to say attendance was not what I wanted. I thought there'd be more people there, but also it was Easter weekend, and I'm not making excuses. And there were a lot of people at the festivals, but at the end of the day, it was a lot of fun, and people wanted another one.
And people came,
and people did come through. I think we had like between 350 and 400 people. Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I mean, geez, that's decent.
That's very decent. It's decent. Yeah. But it was a fun festival. We had 2 stages running. I found that the 2 stages within the club didn't really work that day, so we just kind of halfway through just moved everything to one stage.
Then I like that idea.
Yeah. I mean, it was very flexible. The nice thing about Rumors is that like they're very flexible with making changes then and there. Then the next one that we did was a Halloween show, which was on the
31st of October.
No, it was like we had to do a Friday. It was 26th or 27th of October last year, and this turned out to be State Society's last show. So we thought, cool, we're gonna make it like big, as big as possible.
Yeah.
So I booked the date. I actually booked the date in March already, and then I found out Alien Ant Farm was playing at Good Luck Bar the same night.
Yeah, that was a cool show, by the way.
I didn't go because, I was at my show.
No, sure. No, but I went to the Cape Town show, so...
But I was bleak.
No hard feelings.
I was bleak. No. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was State Society had an awesome last show. I mean, that night we had...
Oh, yes, that was your last show.
Our last show we did. I mean, that night we had Deity's Muse on, State Society, IV4...
They've just landed in Europe, old Deity's Music.
Yes, that's good for them, dude.
Yeah, they're doing well there.
Yes, they're doing so well, and they're such a great band. I feel like extremely underrated in this country. And I mean, there were other acts as well, and then also the attendance was average. What I loved about it is that the people who came through really embraced the whole Halloween. Obviously, we wanted we
wanted the
decored the
dress up
place
vibe
up, we decored the place up, and all that. And it was, I mean, every single Brochella event, we always try and like try and transform the venue into whatever the theme is for the night. Then from there, we started doing smaller nights, like weeknight things, like. We used to do like those Thursday nights. Now in Joburg, there was like this culture within like, you know, our age group.
Yeah.
That Thursday night back in your like early 20s, you'd go to Olive Lounge because that's where you went. So like in Joburg, it was like you got on Thursdays and Saturdays. Friday, you recover to go out.
Yeah.
And we try to do this thing called those Thursday nights, Brochella, those Thursday nights. And this was before we were even thinking about where we've gotten to now. And it was just small things. And we'd DJ with like, you know, like nostalgia, new metal, nostalgia rock, things like that, which we're trying to bring like those, you know, late 20, early 30-year-olds out. We had a few bands playing, and they were fun. Like I had a lot of fun with them. And the thing about Brochella is that I've never done it to make money because I want to put on the party that I would want to pay to go to.
Sure.
That's pretty much my ethos behind it. But now it's turning into something which has just kind of just happened unexpectedly.
It's just evolving. It's
evolving to something because people are starting to take notice of it, which I'm very thankful for because I didn't think it would go to where it is. I mean, it's about a year and a half old, and I mean, what we've got planned are it's terrifying to think of. Shit, I have to do all of this stuff, but it's very exciting at the same time.
Sure, absolutely.
So that's Brochella up to now.
Do you have a team? Or is it just you?
No. I do have a team, and I'll give them absolute props. Fred from Rumors, owner of Rumors, he's basically come and partnered with me on it. Okay. He's looking after the more like business side of things, you know, fees and all of that, and helping with sponsorships as well. Mashant, our original guitarist from State Society, is helping with artwork. Okay. Then I've got Ruan from New Skyline Fire, who's helping with video work. I've got Merrick Kyle, who one of my best friends. He's been he actually is a guitarist for a band called Lawless Gentlemen. Okay. He's going to be stage managing all the shows from now on. Then I have Alexander Wolf, who is like our official photographer.
I was just about to say that's a photographer. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I don't know that guy. I know his work.
Yeah, no, he's great. So he's the official photographer. He takes all the photos. He's the guy who makes sure the photos are all up the next day. Yes. And he can take care of that. Okay. And his photos are sick. So yeah. Sweet. Yeah. That's so cool. That's pretty much the team as it stands now. Obviously, we have partnerships with other guys, which we can get to later.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. We can get to that later. So your latest Brochella show that we're going to be promoting here today is?
So basically, 21st September at Rumors Rock City in Joburg. Headlined by The Narrow and Knave. You will probably remember Knave from like...
These are long-time stalwarts, eh?
Yeah. And
comeback kings
and Knave haven't played a show in 6 years. So this is kind of like a little comeback reunion show for them, which was... didn't think it would happen, but it's happened. And then we also on the lineup is I Believe in Giants, New Skyline Fire, and High Wraith, who are, I think, one... coolest rising like alternative acts on the scene at the moment. So that's pretty much the show that we're speaking about today.
Okay, awesome. And what we're gonna do is also we're gonna half price it up. Like we did the last episode, the episode before last, is we're gonna actually feature some of the some of the videos of these bands that are on the lineup, just to get you guys in the know and to. If you've never heard of them before, now you know. Yeah. That's the whole purpose of this situation. And that's another thing I want to bring up quickly is that I saw you shared my one Papa G's House episode.
I think it was the half price one.
Was it the half price one?
I think so,
where you said a cool new music, local music podcast or whatever. That was never the intention. And I've said this before, but it just seems to be the way that it seems to be progressing.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, there's one other local music podcast out there, which I'm aware of, and that does very well and all of that. But I mean, they focus on a completely different side of the industry, or a different genre of the industry, put it that. There's no one who's doing it continually like yourself, and I think that's something we need, because you need to embrace the technology that's available to everyone.
Sure. I also just do want to warn that there will be episodes that don't contain much of the locals, because I'm still doing a sports episode.
Yeah, no, I remember in your first one that you said you're going to be speaking about sports, UFC, rugby, and just general things, which is great as well.
There just seems to be more interest in terms of the local music. I mean, it just seems the music industry, the underground. I don't like that word, but there seems to be more interest. That's where the focus seems to be.
But I mean, also look at it this way: that if I want to hear an interview with, and I'm not dissing them at all, if I want to hear an interview with Prime Circle, I can just YouTube it. I'll find 10 interviews.
Sure.
If I want to hear an interview with Josh from With Dawn, I'm only going to find your one.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is that you've got to give that avenue to the guys who I feel like deserve it. And I'm not saying they're about myself. I'm just saying like Half Price, for example. That episode was awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
No, I mean it was thoroughly entertaining. And I feel like nobody else would have given him that platform to speak for 2 hours.
Sure. 2 hours.
Yeah.
As well. Jeez, that was by far my longest episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. It was a very fun one.
Yeah, I
got a
tell.
couple of drinks in, and we kind of let loose, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. And the thing is, I'm actually starting to learn not really to give much of a shit about.
Well, don't.
I was very nervous in the beginning. I mean, I was notorious for false starts and all that kind of shit. Now it's like, whatever. Who cares?
Dude, I think people, when they see you being genuine, they'll connect more with you than they're like putting it on. And you're not like, hey,
game face, baby.
Yeah.
No, I understand. No, totally. Okay, so let's go into a video so we can have a bit of a pee break.
Please.
So, I'm dying. So what band are we going to feature first?
I think let's first feature Knave. I think let's give people like a bit of a reminder. Kings. Yeah, Comeback Kings.
Yeah.
I think this is like the comeback of the year, to be completely honest. So we'll go in there with Knave, and this is their track Hollow Chamber, taken from their album Cognition, which was released, I'm trying to think, like about 2009, 2010 or so.
Okay. What's it called? Hollow Chamber by Knave.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it.
Right, that was Hollow Chamber by Knave. Dude, It's been a long time since I've seen that, eh?
I know, right? The last time you probably saw it was on MK.
Yeah, MK Ondergrond.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, yes, I missed that channel. I think it did a lot for the industry, and yeah, Louis.
They did all the animations and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
I mean,
stuff
that was
well.
Louis' baby, was MK Ondergrond, and I mean, the great stuff he did for the industry was amazing. Then, just wish the big wigs at MultiChoice saw that.
Yeah,
to be completely
for sure.
honest, but
like he really did a lot. Eh?
No, he did a hell of a lot, and yeah, I mean, from Knave, he went on to form The Drift.
Yes,
which he was a singer of, and I mean. Yeah, I mean, they opened for Lamb of God.
Yes,
yeah.
That was actually the first time I'd seen them.
Yeah,
I think it was actually their first show. I can't remember.
It was one of their first shows. Yes,
but I remember the epic fail that was Lamb of God. I won meet and greet tickets.
Oh, awesome!
And our drummer Alex,
yeah,
is a huge Chris Adler fan, and like he can literally play any Lamb of God song on the drums. So we were like, dude, I said to him, dude, I'm gonna give you this other ticket. Come, let's go to Lamb of God. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So he packed his South African flag, and he had this camel pack, and we were so amped, and we were like, okay, cool. It's happening at the City Hall.
Yeah.
So let's go to Kimberley Hotel first and have some beers.
Okay.
And that's where we we missed the meet and greet.
Oh,
we missed it completely. We got our free CD and our little merch pack and stuff. No meet and greet because we got there too late. We drank too many beers at.
But whose fault was it? Was it yours or Alex?
It was mine.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you can call it both of ours because we kind of had the time a little bit mixed up, but it was it was something I regret. And I did the same thing at Asking Alexandria when they came down.
Oh yeah,
they played at Clayton Libertas outside, and I had an opportunity to go and meet them, and I ended up having a bit of a blunder there.
I'm never organizing a meet and greet.
No, definitely. Well, let's actually talk about something else.
Yeah,
something that I think you've forgotten that I haven't quite forgot. So, State Society was meant to play they did play a festival, and they played it out in the sticks somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And you called me and you said, dude, come play guest guitar.
Oh,
on one of the
yes.
Tracks. So I said, yes.
Oh, God, yeah. So, Mo Rock 2015.
Yes, that's it. Mo Rock 2015.
And you know, like headlining the show, like, okay, we were one of like the early, I think we were second on the lineup. And this is one of those, it was like a day festival out in like Mulder's Drift, and it was super fun. Like, I think, and the funny thing is, we opened, but then after us was Made for Broadway.
Okay.
And it's just so funny to look at where Made for Broadway are now.
Yeah.
From then, they've toured the States. They are like all over the show, but besides the point. So I remember phoning Gareth about a month before.
It was a good month before.
And I was like, dude, you have to come and just like come up to Joburg and just like party with us, and you can play rock and roll and guitar with us on the guest guitar, because Cliff actually
learned the song.
Yeah. Super easy song.
Yeah. No, but I actually took time to learn the song.
And so I booked Gareth's ticket to come up and everything.
He paid for my plane ticket to come jam.
So it was, we were playing on the Saturday, so I paid for him to come up on the Friday morning. And then obviously we go to rehearse with him quick. I mean, it would have been a quick rehearsal.
That was the plan.
And then we go to the festival on Saturday, we play, we party. And I mean, this wasn't a small festival. I mean, I think Desmond Tutus was headlining, Rubber Duck was headlining as well. Crash Car Burn were also headlining. So it wasn't like a small thing.
Dude, I hate myself every day for it.
No, it's fine, dude.
I know, but it's such a fuck up.
So on the Friday morning, I can't remember, like, I just get this message from Gareth. Because I think I was preparing myself to go pick him up from the airport. I get this message, bro. And I was like, fuck, he should be on the plane now. Like, wow, his Wi-Fi's great. And he tells me he misses his flight. And I'm like, oh.
I missed the flight. And
no, dude,
it was
okay.
A terrible situation. I think there was a show the night before, something that I went to, and it just ended up being late, and I just missed my alarm. And dude, I've never felt so bad. And I just want to add, I paid you that money for that.
You
flight.
did pay it back.
I did. I said, I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry, and I paid you that cash.
No, you did, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And it just would have been a fun opportunity. No, definitely. But I mean, you know what should happen. So
exactly.
But I actually completely forgot about that.
Yeah, dude.
I really forgot about that.
It was just as we were taking a quick break while we were watching the videos, I just remembered, shit, I was supposed to come play Mo Rock with you as a guest guitarist on one track, and then just party the rest of the day away, and then I ended up not making it.
It was a fun festival, I won't lie. Like a guy named Justin Sorrell, like I'm sure you know.
Dude, I've seen one of his latest videos. He's
good, dude.
Holy shit. It's with Greg from Red Helen. He's on bass.
Yeah.
And another guy, I don't know who the guy is on the other guitar who sang the higher harmonies.
It's a Van Wyk.
I'm not sure, but dude, what an amazing song.
Yeah, no, dude.
No, he was wearing a beanie.
Okay.
Justin had a cap on and he had a moustache. It was one of...
Justin has a Portuguese moustache.
No, but he never used to really have that. He used to be clean shaven, didn't he?
Yeah, he did used to, but like when you see him
but it suits him now, like just the whole style of singing that he sang. It was like totally fit.
Justin's going for more like a country vibe now, which works. And it works for him. He's played this on like Jacaranda FM now, and he's doing very well. And he was always a great supporter of all local music.
Yeah, for sure.
So
absolutely.
Great dude.
I just want to just while we're here, because this is what I have available to me, is I just want everybody to know what that song is, because it blew me away and I loved it so much.
So, I mean, going back, like, Justin Sorrell, Mo Rock was his festival that he did, and it was all in aid of, like, Movember vibes and all that. Yes. And, it was one of those shows which, we played for free, charity vibes and all that. Yes. And it was a hell of a lot of fun. Always loved doing outdoor festivals,
Just trying to... Oh, there we go. It is called Walk Away, off the new EP called 1 Year Warning. Everybody must check it out. That guy. I don't know who that guy is.
I can't see who that is,
but it is very, 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 very
Justin's
good.
Great. And we used to do a lot of shows with him as well. And I think he's coming out of Cape Town soon as well.
Yeah, so I mean, just after watching that, I'll definitely, most certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, go and check him out because he's that good. Next thing I want to ask you, Mike, is what's currently in your playlist, bro? What are you listening to?
Okay.
Tough question.
It's a tough question because there's so much, but what I've been listening to lately is, it's mainly metal.
You introduced me to Unearth. Remember that? I've still got your DVDs, dude.
Can I please have it back?
Yeah, I've got them somewhere around here.
Because that's a limited edition.
Yeah.
No, but what I've been listening to lately is it's a band called Spirit Box.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember I Wrestled a Bear once.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, it's the original members reformed under a new name.
So it's basically I think it's only 2 members.
That chick's a monster.
She is amazing. But what I like about Spirit Box is that she sings a lot more.
So it's less screaming.
And it has the crunchiest bass sound you've ever heard, in it.
Check this bass player tuning.
Yeah, obviously.
The crunchiest bass sound.
Yeah. So Spirit Box is one thing I'm listening to. Okay, I haven't been able to turn off Facing the Gallows Dead Mindset.
Neither have I.
I think it's...
I have to admit.
I think it's amazing. I've been listening to...
What's your favorite song of it?
Favorite song?
Because I have my favorite.
I'm just trying to think now. Look, Doom 2.
Doom 2, I featured that on my
Doom 2 is great.
Patrick.
And then it's Tides of Terror. Because
that's with Duncan Bentley from Velveteen, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Because, I mean, you know what? The problem is nowadays?
Yeah.
Is that we listen to songs by number.
Ooh, yeah, I've always kind of
and I've always tried to learn Tides of Terror, number 5.
Yes,
that's the one I like.
I can't remember whether it's Bad Blood or
the Filth.
I don't know.
I know Filth was released.
I don't know.
But to be honest, that album as a whole is so freaking brutal. That's what I love about it.
Yeah,
it's so brutal. The new Dirty Moonshine as well, Bottom of the Barrel, is freaking great. It's such a great rock album. Then, and I'm mixing up between international and local.
Of course. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less.
And I've also been revisiting a lot of older metalcore stuff. Feeder to the Sharks. Then there's... there's actually a lot.
Don't you feel like there's a little bit of a core resurgence happening?
There is definitely, with Bleeding Through releasing... Yeah, Bleeding Through, Love Will Kill All.
Okay.
That album's also been on repeat with me.
Okay.
And I feel like there is a metalcore resurgence globally. Not just in South Africa, globally. Where, obviously, we're not going to talk about As I Lay Dying.
Because you saw the episode with Josh.
I saw Josh's episode. We are not going into that.
No, we don't have to, because I've actually kind of changed my mind a little bit in terms of you can't blame 4 other guys for one guy's fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
So what I've said is it's an amazing song. You can't ignore it.
It's removing the art from the person at the end of the day.
100%.
And look, the new As I Lay Dying track is freaking incredible.
Yeah. My Own Grave. Check it out.
Definitely. And then, look, I always try and keep Truth and Its Burdens, new album, I Labor. Holy shit, dude. That to me is the epitome of SA hardcore scene. It is brilliant. And I can see why, listening to that album, you can actually you can feel the sweat pouring off Ashley when he's singing.
Yes.
When you listen to that album. It is it's a masterpiece in my eyes, Truth and Its Burden stuff.
So it's raw emotion kind of.
Raw emotion. And if you get the album and then you see him perform, he is just on another level. To me, they are amazing. And then another album, which I've been listening to nonstop since January last year. And I don't think I've ever told you about this band. They're international. Astronoid.
Never heard of them.
Not a lot of people have. I found them on a Metal Sucks podcast.
Okay.
It actually won Album of the Year 2016.
Okay.
But they call it space thrash. I can't explain it to you. It's basically taking black metal and thrash metal music and then taking the temper trap vocals and just chucking those on top. It's unlike anything you'll ever hear, but it's either you'll love it or you'll hate it. And I absolutely love this band, Astronoid. I think it's one of those bands which will probably play cranked up in 5-6 years.
I got the same kind of feeling what you're saying now with a band called Good Tiger. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard the name, but I haven't heard them.
I think it's
and the funny thing is, on the plane, I was listening to a podcast with the Jaster Show with Brandon Shearparty from Bleeding Through, and he mentions Good Tiger.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny you bring it up.
That's a band that I've really got into.
Yeah.
It's a guy, Alex Rudinger, used to be in The Faceless, I think it was.
Okay.
Then it's the singer from Tesseract, and then 2 guitarists from another band. I can't put my finger on what the band's name was. But this band, it's just so... it's almost like they're prog metal, but they sound like they're playing with like single coil Stratocasters kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Don't quote me because I don't know.
Not for all the tech junkies there.
Exactly.
We're not getting into a debate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just so well composed, if you know what I mean. If anybody wants to check it out, Good Tiger, my favorite song off their latest album is called 19 Grams.
Okay. I'm definitely going to check it out.
It's so groovy and it's so cool. And the vocals in the beginning, you feel like it doesn't really fit. But then as you go on, it's like, wow, it really does fit. It's
that's Astronaut.
Okay, cool, cool.
What you're describing there is pretty much the same vibe. And I mean, it's also just sorry, I just have to add like another one. The new Death Haven album.
Yeah, I've struggled.
Look, hipster black metal does not fly with everyone.
No, sure.
And this is actually the first album I've only ever gotten into.
Okay.
And I've always tried and give each album a chance, depending on like the online community can seriously suck a dick because because they just will slate things for the fun. I mean, like, dude, you know how it is. Like, it's sometimes fashionable to hate, and and you can't hate without merit.
Yeah, I mean, I try not hate online and all that kind of stuff.
No, neither do I.
I don't like commenting on any sort of like quality because at the end of the day someone's going to be doing that to you.
Yeah.
And I'm always of the opinion of treat others how you would want to be treated.
But you know what we used to do? So State Society, we used to get a few inboxes telling people telling us how much we suck and all of this shit and all of that.
Really? Did you really get that?
Yeah, we got it. But then I was like, rad, we made it. And
yeah, because when you start getting the toners, it means people
you know what we used
care.
to do? You know what we used to do? We used to add them onto our guest list for the next show.
Hey, that's one way to battle your demons, eh?
And whether they arrived or not, I don't know. But it's like, okay, cool. Thanks for taking time to to comment on us yourself and have a +1 on our next show. Because we used to see because you can see in your inbox where they're from.
Did you really get inbox messages saying you sucked?
Yeah.
Is that honest? Yeah. That's just the weirdest thing ever. Why would someone like
take time
to actually go on and make someone make someone feel bad?
I don't know, dude. But you know what? Whenever we uploaded a new music video to YouTube and like we didn't count by the likes, we counted by the dislikes. We like 3 people disliked us.
No,
we're like,
I don't believe that.
No. It was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke. But we're like, yes.
I got a dislike on my first episode. 1.
Well, there you go. At least they watched it.
But you can't see it. You're like, who's this motherfucker?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take him down.
Dude. You know what? That's the thing. When you throw yourself out into a public forum, you have to be ready. You have to have a thick skin.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Thick skin. Yeah. So I think what we should do is we should go back into another video, man.
Yeah.
I think from your lineup.
I think the next one is a band called New Skyline Fire. They actually are a rising band, and we had a discussion earlier.
Oh, yeah, okay. Listen,
I hate
don't refer to bands as up and coming.
Up and coming means they're shit.
Well, to me,
that's what it means. When I see new bands, I like to call them rising bands. It's just a term. It's just my thing. Whether people agree with me or not.
It's like my argument about underground. I don't like the word underground.
Yeah. But there is a merit to it. There's a merit to up and coming as well. But I like to say rising band. So New Skyline Fire, like a rising band from Joburg, metal band. They used to be the members of an Afrikaans hard rock band called Weestiman, who actually used to
Weestiman.
Weestiman.
Tune them in.
Yeah. Yeah. And they used to play a lot with like your fuck-offs and all that up in Joburg.
Wow.
And then they reformed, took about a year off, and they reformed this new band called New Skyline Fire. And they're like a metal.
I like the name.
It's a very cool name. And it's actually also like members of an older band called Fragmented Children as well from Joburg.
Okay. That sounds heavy.
Years back. So yeah, this is their song called Ballad of a Mexican.
Ballad of a Mexican.
It's a very random name, I know.
But it's cool.
I don't hear any Mexican people in the song, but but yeah, so it's New Skyline Fire, Ballad of a Mexican.
right, that was New Skyline Fire with Ballad of a Mexican.
Yeah, I didn't see any Mexicans. I saw Ray. He looks like a dirty Mexican.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking rad video though.
Yeah, no, dude. That was actually shot by the guy I mentioned earlier, Alexander Wolf, and Chris Prazer.
Oh, right.
They have a company together called Wolf Collective. Wolf Prey Collective.
Okay, sweet.
That does videos and photography and all that.
Yeah,
so.
dude, it's sick. I mean, check them out because they obviously did a fantastic job.
Yeah, no, dude, it was great. I think they shot that in like a few hours, and then the edit was done within like a day.
Jeez.
Yeah,
okay.
so,
if you want quick, good work done, get it sorted.
Wolf Prey.
Wolf Prey.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Parkway Drive song.
It actually does.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. We need to ask.
Okay, what?
Reverence. Verdict.
Masterpiece.
I love it.
Masterpiece.
I love it because there's been receiving a lot of hate.
I've discussed this extensively.
Okay, no, then we don't.
No, we can discuss it. It's my favorite band of all time. So
no, I know.
I'll happily engage.
Okay, because you reignited my love for Parkway Drive when we started jamming.
Yes,
early days.
yeah.
So, I love it. I think it's something completely different. And I mean, my favorite album of theirs is Ira. Yeah, and
do you know what Aya means?
No idea.
Anger.
Well, that shows in that album.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah, so I love Reverence. I think it's something that it was a step the band had to take because they're becoming a stadium band, an arena band, and in my eyes,
I've got deja vu. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. That's the same argument that I had with who did I have it with? I think it was either Jared or Patrick, one of the two, where I just said it was an absolute masterpiece. And it was Josh.
Oh, okay.
Josh didn't like it. Josh doesn't like it. Fuck you, Josh.
Damn you, Josh, in the UK.
Yeah, anyway, we actually just recently said goodbye to one of my best friends in the world, Josh. But on the last episode, we featured his farewell video. So fuck you, Josh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good.
No, look, I think
that
band has evolved into something a lot bigger than like the metalcore scene. Kind of look like, and this might be a really bad, actually two examples. Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch. They were like, Avenged Sevenfold were like a metalcore band back in the day, and then they evolved their
Seventh
song.
Trumpet and all those albums.
Yeah, and they've evolved to like a stadium arena band. Yeah. Same with Five Finger Death Punch. I mean, yeah, it's jock metal. That's what Oaks call it. I say Oaks,
Yeah,
so,
watch it.
Yes, I say.
Do you want to watch some EFC this weekend?
Yes, is butt.
Lekker.
Klappen, man. But I mean, like, the thing is that I still find them enjoyable. I still listen to their stuff. But it's the same with Parkway Drive. Like, I'm not saying they're jock metal or anything. Like, I think they're far from that.
Yeah, you can really jock metal is by far the furthest thing you can say. I mean, because they're a bunch of surfers from Byron Bay.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
And all they do is they play metal shows and they go home and they
Why
surf.
can't some promoter just bring them out here and say, like, come surf and then play some shows?
But you know what? Actually, I saw that, I think it was last year sometime, they were actually all here anyway for a surf trip. They did a trip from here up to Namibia and then they left. But
nobody knew about it.
Yeah, there was no playing. Well, I mean, I knew about it because I followed them on Instagram.
But there was no playing. But I mean, you know what? Look, I just think they're probably hella expensive now.
Sure.
Rumor has it that it's about probably $500,000.
Sure.
A show, which. If
Dude,
you're not
I mean,
big
also,
concerts or
if you think about the shows that they put on at the moment, like they've got that massive rig where they all go onto their little stands and they get raised, and then the drummer is a drum cage that rotates.
No, look,
can you imagine the amount of money that it's going to spend?
No, it will cost a lot of money, which actually brings to another thing of like putting on shows and stuff is that. People always complain that like, why can't this band come out? Why can't this band come out? And
it costs a shitload of money.
Because it costs money. Do you think promoters, they know which bands are popular? The only reason they're not coming out is can't bloody afford them.
Well, that's another reason why I commend all the promoters that are currently doing it.
Duncan
and Wayne at Turning Tricks, and then you've got the Jam Pack crew, Craig and Genevieve and them.
Yeah.
They're doing extraordinary things that one would not usually deem possible.
No,
but they're doing
exactly.
it. They I don't know how they're doing it. It's awesome because obviously the big thing that you've got to consider is exchange rate, performance fees, gear,
always the exchange
and remember,
rate.
it's just not just flights. It's how much is it going to cost for the band to come down?
Plus,
Does the brand bring a sound engineer? Do they bring any
tour manager.
and the fact that they've got equipment? Like, just say if they're playing a backline, which seems to be the general consensus is there will be a backline provided, but they're still got to bring their instruments and stuff, and that's always extra cost.
Always an extra cost, and a lot of people I think don't, and they don't, and they're not. They just don't. They've never heard it being explained before. It's not that they don't understand. So they've never heard it being explained. And I think like forums like this that you have is very, very important for like for the music listener and the person that goes to shows to understand what goes into bringing those bands here.
Totally.
I mean, in one of my previous jobs, I used to work a lot with. I mean, I worked on like the Bastille tour, the Snoop Dogg tour, not U2, UB40. I always get the two confused. UB40, a lot of internationals, and just the cost to bring them here was astronomical.
Yeah.
But and it's not bringing the 3 or 4 people over. It's like their whole crew as well.
It's a team.
That's how they operate, and that's why they're so good. So I mean, it's going to cost you to get that quality at the end of the day.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have forums like this where you can get somebody else to speak about something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just for me, nothing's set in stone. Everything for me is just assumption and speculation. But I can only imagine, because I'm not a promoter. I don't do this thing. I'm a performer and I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So for me, I can only imagine. But I do think about the extra circumstances that are attached to these kind of things.
Logistics at the end
because
of the day,
at the end of the day, they've also got a local lineup. They've got to get a local lineup, and those local bands also need to get paid at the same time.
Of course, yeah.
So I still appreciate everything they're doing because it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for them. So
and you know what else is that, like, I think every promoter's. I'm lucky enough not yet, and I'm sure it will happen at some point. When promoters cancel a show because of circumstances out of their hands, like, people must just understand, because it does happen.
Yeah.
And luckily, I haven't had to do that, and I really hope I never will. But I'm sure I will at some point. It will happen.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
And no one's trying to screw anybody over. And I feel like the public need to understand that, at the end of the day.
So look, I mean, at the end of the day, it's to be honest with you, it's not really the public's concern in terms of the public. Their concern is, are the tickets feasible? Are they reasonable enough for us to actually buy a ticket?
And no one here besides BC are trying to rip anybody off.
BC?
Big concerts.
Okay.
Guns N' Roses tour.
Is it? Okay, fuck. I don't know about that.
I'm sorry, who the fuck will pay 5,000 Rand or 4,000 Rand?
Whoa, is that how much the tickets are?
Yeah.
Okay.
4,000
I mean,
Rand.
I was never a huge Guns N' Roses fundi, so I never actually even paid much attention to it. But
I'm sorry, I'm throwing shade now, but I think that is ridiculous.
$5,000 for a ticket.
Well, no, $4,000. Sorry, mistaken. I'll correct myself.
Is that for VIP?
Golden Circle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I understand that a band like that costs a shitload to get here.
They have been together forever.
Well, I mean, just on this
and
reunion
just to get Axl
tour,
Rose on stage is another nightmare.
No. God, you need like 1 million brown M&Ms to get him on stage or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but
yeah.
No, but I'm just saying that, like, I any working class person can't afford that. And if it's like
if it's you and your wife, that's $8,000.
Exactly
Gone.
That's like
that's your 1 month mortgage or something.
It's your 1 month mortgage or your kid's school fees.
Exactly.
Or feeding your own child. I mean, I'm not going to get into this debate now because it is quite, but I just think that's exorbitant. And I would rather not bring a band like that out here. and have people eat for the month. Yeah, I know there are a lot of diehard fans who are going to go, who are paying this price, and good for them. If they can afford it, great. I'm more than happy for everyone who wants to go. It's just that I feel like if we bring international bands out here, we need to understand the market first on what they want and how much can they afford at the end of the day.
Totally. I mean, I'm going to use another analogy that we used earlier off camera, is that it's like big concerts. It's like the UFC. They're the big promotion, and they've got like their Conor McGregor, who's their like star guys, and they'll only bring guys who bring the pull.
Yeah.
And Guns N' Roses is a band.
Of course,
it's
gonna
bring money.
Be massive.
So I understand their business model.
Yeah.
Because Guns N' Roses, huge band, been around for a very, very long time. I mean, Sweet Child of Mine or November Rain.
Oh, no, dude.
The list goes on.
There's no doubt how big they are. There is absolutely no doubt.
And we're thinking like we're the professional fight league, and it's like, shit, those tickets are so exorbitant. But Conor McGregor versus Khabib that's coming up is going to sell over 2 million pay-per-views. But the previous cards that have been put on aren't even making 500,000. So it's the same business model. It's your big players, and then it's your big stars.
Look, I get it.
Jeez, how's that? Sorry, I had to. That was actually. I've been frothing to talk about some UFC for months.
I'm not the UFC.
No. But it was a good analogy.
That was a great analogy because I completely got what you're trying to say, and you know what? Good for them. They can bring them out. They're gonna make so many people happy. And it is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm ecstatic for people who are going to see them, and it's a dream come true for them. And I think that is awesome what they're doing. I just think that the average South African cannot afford it.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the attendance looks like.
The attendance is going to be big because they've been advertising tickets already for like 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure people have been maxing out credit cards to do it, to get there.
Yeah.
Good for them.
But they're doing it. They're winning.
Good for them. And I'm just saying that, like, I feel like they're very disconnected from the scene that we are trying to, I hate to say build up, but trying to
rise.
Rise up.
You like the rising bands, not up and coming bands.
Yeah.
But but I think that's like even a completely different.
No, we could go on that for another hour.
Sure. Yeah, but also it's we're talking like Guns N' Roses. We're talking like one of the bands that have been around from like the 80s. So it's like, for me, it's like, we can't really compare.
No, we're not comparing the bands. We're comparing the mindset of these guys. I know big concerts are like massive promoters. And they bring out all like the Live Nation bands and all of that stuff. I mean, like, the thing is put it this way. If big concerts, who are probably the only people who could bring out Slipknot, do you think they could charge $4,000 for a Golden Circle ticket for Slipknot?
Well, I don't think so. First of all,
Can anybody afford that?
No, but I also don't think anybody would pay $4,000 to go. I don't think there'll be enough people who would.
That is kind of like the point I'm trying to get at. Sorry, I do mumble a bit and like go in different directions. All the time.
I don't mind that at all.
But
remember, this is a conversation. People call it interview. I hate that.
No. It is a conversation. But I mean, like, let's say Slipknot come here and you charge $4,000 a Golden Circle ticket. I honestly don't think you're going to have the numbers Guns N' Roses does.
No, absolutely not. But that's Slipknot and Guns N' Roses. Like, you can't compare the two.
I know you can't compare the two, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of a market that they're trying to cater for. You know?
For sure.
Look, maybe this conversation is going away, which it probably is. But I'm just saying that, like, we've got your big guns, your big concerts here, and then we've got your Turning Tricks, your Oppie Koppies, and all of that, who are really. And what I love about Oppie Koppie this year, and sorry, I'm completely going in a different direction.
Don't worry about it, dude.
What I love about Oppie Koppie this year is that it's like a local only lineup. Well, they have a few internationals, but they're very like, I'll call them mid-card internationals. No one really, not very popular here, but
I actually haven't even seen the lineup, to be honest.
It's great. It's such a diverse lineup. In terms of metal, they've got Oh God and Volvadinia on there, which is awesome. I mean, they've got your Crash Car Burns, your Satanic Dacha Orgy, and a whole bunch of other bands on it.
I love
I love SDO.
SDO, that's what I was going to say. I really want to get one of those SDO caps that says, I wear Lucifer.
I think they sold out on those.
But I want to get some more, and then I want to know when they're coming down here again, because they were down here, and I saw them.
You must just get in touch with Peter. He's awesome.
Just
get in touch with Peter.
I love that that one video they did.
What, with the spaghetti and dildos?
Yes. But don't they make out as well?
Yeah, they make out at the end.
That's hilarious, and they're doing great things. And I actually, when Gareth Cliff left 5FM and he started Cliff Central, I tuned in and they were on Cliff Central. Yeah. And they had the best interview ever, and then they played. They are really they're really Jesus solid. Crisis. I joined ISIS or something, yes. And then the other one was called I'm Homo for Naledi.
Homo for Naledi.
Yeah,
you must actually check out that video from Opikopi 2 years ago. They filmed that song. Fuck, it's funny.
Okay, well, I want to get for one of my upcoming. My rising Papa G's picks.
Yeah.
I want to try and get that.
I think more people.
What's it called? Don't be a puss, be lekker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be cuck. Don't be cuck, be lekker.
Yeah. Okay. So excuse the language. But yeah. So we're talking about Brochella.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Brochella, we've got a show coming up, or you've got a show coming up on the 21st of September. Shit, if I wasn't emceeing a wedding, I would be there.
Yeah, no.
And I wouldn't miss the flight this time. So tell me the lineup. What's happening? We're going to show the teaser to the promo video.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into Papa G's pick.
Yes. So happening on the Friday, the 21st September, we've got Brochella Presents, The Narrow, Knave, I Believe in Giants, New Skyline Fire, and High Wraith at Rumors Rock City. We have pre-sale tickets going now on plankton.mobi. Just type in www.plankton.mobi.
We'll put the link in the description.
So the link should be like here.
Like over should here. Be in the bio.
Yeah, somewhere there. So tickets are only $80 pre-sale. And then at the door it's 120.
Okay.
So
you get a 40 Rand discount if you go through Plankton.
That's one whole draft.
That's a one. One whole draft. It sounds 40 Rand for a draft these days is like, hey, bro.
Joburg prices, bro.
No. Geez, Cape Town prices are 45 Rand.
Oh shit. Okay. So then
we ain't playing games in Cape Town, bro.
So so that's happening. And I mean the whole aim behind the show was, I think one of our biggest selling points is getting Knave back together for a show.
Sure.
Whether they play on above that, beyond that, I don't know. But
well, let's hope so. Let's see
I hope so. Goes, I really do hope so. But listen, for that lineup for $80, you're not going to get that anywhere else.
No, sure.
And I think the whole point of Brochella is making these cool shows affordable for everyone. We're giving everyone an opportunity to buy pre-sale tickets, and our pre-sales are actually going quite well for like a club show, which is good to see. And
club shows are the way, dude. Yeah, I love club shows.
And so that's pretty much the show, because the Narrow are fucking icons in our country. I think they should be worldwide.
I played with the Narrow.
I know you did.
I loved it.
So jealous.
Not within the band, but I played with them on stage, the same night.
Yeah, I remember that show. I was like,
awesome.
I wish I could be there. But so the Narrow, Knave, I Believe in Giants, who are an amazing punk rock band. Punk rock band. New Skyline Fire, who are like just like a clusterfuck of metal stuff, and that's how I could describe them. And then High Wraith, who are one of the cool new rising bands out there. They've got two vocals. Actually, the guitarist of Riddle Break is the vocalist in High Wraith.
Oh wow! Okay,
Gareth.
cool.
So
yes.
he screams for High Wraith, but he plays guitar and Riddle Break.
Okay, cool.
And then it's also a female vocalist, Marty Duplessis, also very talented. They started off as like a progressive instrumental band, and then it just built on from a 2-piece to like a 6-piece. So
wow, okay.
Yeah, no, they're very, very cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the show, and we promise it'll be a fun one.
That's no doubt. Well, with the name Brochella, bro.
Dumbest name ever, but
No, I think it's rad. No, I love the merch. Are you going to be selling these caps?
I hope so. We probably will be. We probably will be.
A little bit of t-shirts and merch.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have shirts eventually done. Dude, merch. It's all about budgets, bro.
No. I hear you.
I mean, if I could, I'd put on an ABSA campaign if I could.
Yeah,
If
totally.
I could,
For sure. But I mean, basically, while stocks last, essentially.
It is. Yeah. Hoping to have merch for you guys there. All the other bands will have merch as well. Yeah. So if you're in Joburg and you can come through, bring extra cash for that, and yeah.
Okay, sweet. So, what I think what we'll do in the bio is we'll put links to every band's page
and the ticket link
link as well.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think what we should do is check out the promo vid.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's do that. This is the promo vid for Brochella presenting Knave, The Narrow,
New Skyline Fire, I Believe in Giants, and High Wraith.
Awesome. Cool. Here it is, guys. Enjoy.
Your heart beat louder than words you say. I cannot wait. I cannot break this feeling. Lonely Sunday morning. Such a burning of a sleep. Young girl, get up, alright now.
All right, guys, welcome back. That was the Brochella promo video. Pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, and I must say it was also done by Ruan, who is the guitarist from New Skyline Fire. Like I was saying earlier, he's part
everybody's
of,
a part of the vibe.
So that's what he does for us.
Okay, rad. So, well done, dude. That was one very, very cool promo video. Yeah, that's sick. But I think this is about the time in the episode where we talk business, bro.
Yeah,
we have an announcement on Papa G House.
An exclusive announcement.
Papa G's house, and it is an exclusive, another exclusive. I can't believe this is happening to me.
Well, because you have such a rad format, and we just want to give you shit to talk about.
Yeah, well, I'm keen for that. So I'm actually gonna give you the floor now, dude. This is a big announcement. This is not something to be taken lightly whatsoever.
So what we have, you would have noticed in the last 2 weeks or so, is that a certain music festival has made an announcement that they're back and that they're going to be doing a few club shows and this and that. So what we're very happy to announce, and I'll explain my capacity in this, is that Ram is back, and
woo!
Finally. And the band that they'll be bringing out in October, playing in Joburg on the 19th of October, then in Cape Town on the 20th of October, and the 26th of October in Pretoria for Halloween, is
none other than
I See Stars.
Oh, snap.
I think it's quite an exciting one.
Dude, definitely.
And so the reason why I'm giving this to you guys exclusively is that Brochella has partnered with Ram for the Joburg show.
Awesome.
So it will be I See Stars with a bunch of really cool local acts who we, I wish I could announce now. But
all good things happen in good time.
But it'll be well worth it. And tickets will be available on plankton.mobi. So just head over to there. And we're very, very excited to have this as our first, Brochella's first international act in partnership with Ram.
Yeah, sure.
Just keep a lookout on the Brochella Facebook page and the Ram Facebook page as well. And we are very excited for it. It's a huge step, and I didn't think anything would ever come to this.
100%, dude. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, first of all, let's just repeat that. I See Stars are coming down to South Africa, a 3-show tour, 19th, 20th, and the 26th of October. The 26th is at Arcade Empire. It's going to... where is it?
No, it's a Halloween festival in Pretoria, so we can just say in Pretoria for now. Details
I thought it was because normally the shows take place.
Yeah, no. There's been change. I think it'll be probably for Tricker Monument.
Oh, sherbet. Okay, I never knew that. Sorry, my bad. But the first one will be
At Rumours Rock City.
and then the Cape Town show will be
Mercury.
At Mercury. Okay, sorry about I did my a fraudulent slip.
It's all fine.
A fraudulent
People
slip.
must just go to Ticketside and all the information will be there.
Exactly. So don't let me tell you because I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But 3-show tour, Icy Stars, great band. Bro.
Yeah, dude. I think they've been one. I've been following them now for about 4 or 5 years, and they started when they were super young.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen that video, Murder Mitten?
I love it.
Where it goes through like 1995.
That's my favorite song of theirs.
Okay, cool.
And
cool.
this latest album of theirs,
Treehouse.
Yeah,
yes,
has just skyrocketed them to like new possibilities, and I think it's just so cool that a band like that who is playing all over the world is coming to South Africa.
Absolutely.
You know, they're still young.
But
see
it
them
seems
in
to
their
be
prime.
a pattern that's been happening.
No, but it's good, dude. It's good. And you know what the thing is that I always used to say, remember there was that drought in South Africa. We never used to see.
I think that was slightly before my time, man.
Okay, well, there was this drought where we never used to see international rock bands or metal bands, especially, you know, once every 8 months or so.
Yeah, totally.
And I think what people need to take out of this is that as younger bands and all of that, take the opportunity to go to these shows and learn from watching these guys.
Yeah.
That's why the international scene, especially in Europe
Yeah.
and America, these kids can go watch any big band they want, any weekend they want. And that's who they watch and learn from. We need to take the opportunities when we can as younger bands and watch and learn from these bands when they come here. And I'm not saying that they're better than South Africa. I'm just saying they've toured the world. They've had to go through the same thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Learn from them.
Well, every band starts out as a local band, eh?
Exactly. That's the thing.
That's the one thing a lot of people don't even realize is like these guys get there for a reason, and they were a local band once as well.
Yeah. No.
So there's hope, people.
There is hope. And I'm feeling very optimistic about the local scene.
Absolutely. Dude, the amount of quality bands that I've seen in the last 2 years is just frightening.
But it's scary how many good bands there are out there, and you know, it's all up to them on how far they want to take it.
Sure, absolutely.
How far they want to take it.
I think Patrick said in my episode with him that he says if you want to market well, get a guy that does it well.
Yeah.
So make those investments.
See
what you can do.
It's funny.
Try to make it as best as possible.
But this is another thing. I was talking
as good as possible.
I was talking to a young band who's actually on Opikopi this year. Great band called Above Atlas, and very young indie type of rock stuff. And I was talking to them, and they were talking about like, no, they got to get their marketing game up. And all I said to them is like, guys, just live your life beyond Facebook.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Facebook isn't everything.
The be all and end all of marketing.
Do the posters, do the flyers.
Yeah.
Take it back to the old school because that's what people notice now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I can't,
and there's so
can't
much
agree with
more
you
to do as well, but that's just like in a nutshell type of vibe. Yeah.
For sure. Well, there it is. Icy Stars, 3 shows in Cape Town. Local bands to be announced. The dates are there. Go to Plankton. We'll put the link up for ticket sales. Yeah. Thank you so much for announcing it on the show,
Thank you for having me.
I think this has been a cool one. It's been informative. It's good to catch up with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
obviously, because we're friends and, you know, we can ramble for as long as we can. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to close off with Papa G's pick. And is there anything else you want to add, dude?
No, I mean, just...
You reckon we've covered it all?
We've covered it. Well, look, we could
as much as we can. We're going to go have some lunch now because we are starving.
We're going to speak. We could speak for hours.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, just to everyone who watched it to now, thanks for watching. And remember to tune in for the rest of the episodes. And if this is the first episode, go back and watch the others.
Don't plug me. I'm plugging you, bro.
No, but I want to plug you as well.
No, for sure. But keep an eye out. Go subscribe to the Brochella Facebook page. You're on Instagram as well.
Yeah, Brochella ZA.
Brochella ZA.
And then on Twitter as well, Brochella Fest.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Awesome. And on that note, guys, once again, thanks for all the views, comments, shares. I really appreciate it. It seems like we're gaining some momentum. These sessions are happening more often. I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling more relaxed. I'm also going to take voice notes and submissions. I want you to either email me at papaghouse@gmail.com. You can send me a voice note. You can send me a video of yourself. I will feature you. I will answer your questions. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's papa_G_TV. That's where I just post my random pictures and whatnot. So send in those voice notes and stuff. I'm going to be doing a new section where callers can call in. Well, it's not going to be callers, more like you send a message, it will be played, and I will deal with it. So that's going to be a new segment in Papa G's house. And then my Papa G's pick for this week is because I found this video so fun.
It's hilarious,
such fun.
dude.
Not so fun, such fun.
It is hilarious. It's so funny.
I Believe in Giants.
And the song is called Never Say Die.
Never Say Die by I Believe in Giants. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been an interesting one because it's the first one I'm doing during the day.
Yeah, it looks
It's
alright.
the second one where someone's come straight from the airport. But thanks, dude. Thanks so much for coming through to see me.
Anytime, dude.
And we're going to go eat some food and have some drinks and catch up. And then we're going to go see a show later. Like, share, subscribe, comment, please. Guys, this is going to help me a lot going forward. So here's I Believe in Giants.
Never Say Die.
This is Papa G's house. That's Mike Pocock. We're out.
Cheers.
Good day and welcome, sports fans. Today is finally here, an epic showdown between David and Goliath. The underdogs, I Believe in Giants, taking on the mighty Neverland Vikings. Here we go!
To live will be an awfully big adventure.
When you think of life, it's a series of events, some are unfortunate. Well, I guess it all depends what we believe in things, like we were kids. This time I'll get it right. We'll crash and burn tonight. It's often hard to make sense of it all when your heart's upside down and ready to fall. Just don't give up along the way. You might just change the world today. Let's ignite the world, we won't run away. Let your heart beat louder than words you say. We are the kids that will never say die. Scream out your lungs, let them hear you tonight. Won't always get what you deserve, but don't let it define your worth when it feels like your whole world falls apart. I know we'll find where we belong. Light up this world where hope has gone. The best thing for you is to follow. Just follow your heart. When you leave, will your fears behind? It is yourself that you will find. Don't give up along the way. You might just change. Let's ignite the world, we won't run away. Let your heart beat louder than words you say. We are the kids that will never say die. Scream out your lungs, let them hear you tonight. Don't be afraid, I'm right here by your side. We don't need to run, we don't need to hide. Stop waiting for tomorrow and live for today. It's time to say what you need to say. It's time to say what you need to say. It's time to say what you need to. Let's ignite the world, we won't run away. Let your heart beat louder than words you say. We are the kids that will never say die. Scream out your lungs, let them hear you tonight. Just follow your heart. Hear you tonight. Just follow your heart. Let them hear you tonight.
have done it, taking down the Mammoth Neverland Vikings. Simply unbelievable. Thank you and good night.